Yeah, hey, that was a banger, but I think that pray for Kanye, man.
2024 he was supposed to run for president, wasn't
Yeah, I wrote him in.
he? Did you?
No, I'm just But no, like the misunderstanding about freedom is like I have the freedom to do whatever I want, and like, but if you're just following your passions, you're actually enslaved to your passions.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the freedom, if you don't have the ability to say no to what you desire and what you want, you're actually not free. You're a slave. That's the misunderstanding, I think. Because then when you finally get to the point of freedom.
I'm Nick Clune, and you're listening to the Hey Brother podcast. Join me and my brother Mitch as we challenge each other and other Catholic men to grow deeper in brotherhood, strengthen our faith, and find greater freedom. Hit the subscribe button and join us on this journey.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Hey Brother podcast. Today, me and Mitch are changing things up a little bit. We're hitting the comment section, or I guess the question section. I threw a question out there to the Hey Brother community, our Discord community, on what questions they'd like to see us tackle in kind of this rapid fire way. We got a few, and then I got another couple to look at. But the first one that caught my attention was about board games. Now I think there's like a larger episode kind of theme for that, like to go into board games, because they're like, the question was like, can you rank your favorite board games in like a S tier like list style? And I'm like,
Yeah,
we could, but
pool.
that would take a whole episode, and like we'd also know what board games are we picking from. Yeah, but in general, we both like board games. What's your favorite board game?
Arkham Horror, the card game.
Arkham Horror, the card game.
Very, very fun game.
Now, for people out there listening, because I knew that question.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. But for people listening, can you tell me the difference between, and I think you've told me this before, but I just didn't listen, like when you told me the difference between Arkham Horror and then Arkham Horror, the card game. And
yeah, so
I probably listened, but I just didn't remember. But
Arkham Files is like kind of like the broad strokes name of all those games, because they're all from Fantasy Flight games.
Okay.
But they're like Lovecraftian kind of things.
Yeah.
Anyhow, then like, so like Call to Cthulhu is like a game, and that is the same like kind of the same setting, the same mythos.
Okay.
And that
same like story arc, or
well, yeah, kind of, but that is like D&D, but
okay,
with Lovecraftian stuff. Almost, from my understanding is that like they're almost like the same. They play the same way.
Gotcha.
Then
you create your own character and then rolling dice.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and then Arkham. Their game's called like Eldritch Horror, and I forget the other ones. But those are like just role playing games, where you kind of like you have a character, and like their skill checks are like a little different. So it's like one less step from like kind of like free will, if you will, like
everything's up to the DM kind of feeling.
Yeah, right. Yep. But like there's like a storyboard, and like the game kind of guides you on how it goes, and like there's like an actual like set story that you work through and whatever, and there's different ways to go with it, but there's still some free form to it.
Okay.
But Arkham Horror, the card game, is even like, I guess, like one less step away from that, where you still play as an investigator, but you have like a deck of cards that you can like choose from. So you build your deck, and then
what's the most attractive thing about it? I played with you a couple times. I think we beat the base campaign, maybe you once, but like why is it the best game in your opinion?
I love card games to begin with, but two, I think the narrative gameplay of it is like, because like you kind of like play your cards in like a min-maxy way that you would play like Magic or something like that.
Yeah.
But then the game, like it's you versus the game. It's not you versus like your opponent. So it's like it's a 1 to 4 player game. So you can play with friends, but it's then you're all on the same team versus the game, and like you run around the city still, and then you draw cards from like the evil deck, the encounter deck.
Yeah.
And like they like set you back and whatnot. but then you played a shotgun 2 turns ago, and then like a ghoul shows up at a place, and then like
use the
sets
shotgun.
up it sets up the thing, and the way it just tells a story while it's doing that, like I'm not doing it justice at all. You have to kind of experience it, but
well designed games do that, where it's like you feel like you're actually like progressing through a story when you're playing different cards. And it's like, okay, this is cool. This is fun.
And in the first like campaign I have is like still widely regarded as the best one, called the Path to Carcosa, and I've played it through like probably like 7 or 8 times. And each time it feels different. Not only because I'm playing a different character every time, but like the story's different too, just because of like how variable the things are. Because like the deck shuffle every time, and it still feels like a new experience every time.
Yeah,
which is super fun.
Yeah, I feel like that's what board games do for like adults. I don't know. It's like growing up. I don't know. I think board games hit their boom with the internet. I think when people started to know like, oh wow, there's like more than just Monopoly out there.
Yeah, right.
It started to get widespread, and then also like, how do I actually play this? Like the how to play videos.
Oh yeah, right.
Super helpful. Because like you'd get this box. I can't imagine like playing. I got Ark Nova, right? The zoo building game. I can't imagine trying to learn that just from the rules.
even Arkham Horror. I don't know how much like into it I would be if there wasn't like an online community
that were following it. Yeah,
right.
But it's like this a way to tap in as an adult to kind of like a childlike wonder and creativity, like a choose your own adventure book like kind of style, but you're not only like listening to a story, but you're actually like engaging through a story, like in a good board game. They usually have that element. Right. It's never just like kind of like the straightforward.
That's the truth. Another really, really good game is Dominion. I really like card games if it's not obvious. But Dominion, me and my wife just made a couple Halloween presets.
Yeah, you were talking about that the other day.
And that was a good time. So like the game still like plays like you're still trying to win, but like the one that was really fun was we did a trick or treating, and like we just like went through all of the cards, and anything that was like a traditional Halloween costume we like got thrown in there.
That's awesome. I'm sure there's a vampire somewhere in Dominion, but
not in the sets that I have.
Yeah,
but there was like like witches and pirates. And
yeah, that's good.
And ghosts.
Ghost ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my favorite game of late has been Ark Nova, but I haven't played that in a hot minute. The Rising Sun, I've played that a couple times with some friends here in Dayton, and that's like it's like a Japanese clan war, and you're like doing area control, and like it's like Risk for people who have played Risk out there, but like fun. Yeah, because it's like it's more involved. There's more going on. You're not just concerned about like if I have more troops or not. You have to have your eyes on a lot of different parameters, eyes on other players. And the first round of the last game I played, it was like a straight right away race to arms against somebody else for the middle of the map between me and another guy, and like totally eviscerated his army and set him back. And like it's like, and then his whole like kind of like arc from there was to make sure I didn't win, which he ended up doing in the last round. He siphoned off for like 8 points that cost me the game. So.
Yeah, I'm often that guy. In board games.
Oh, the guy who's holding a vendetta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, this guy ruined my plan entirely, so my new plan is to make sure he doesn't win. I might get last, but he's not getting first.
So I know I was supposed to make these rapid fire. Maybe I'll do some fancy editing to make it feel more rapid fire than what we're going through so far.
Yeah.
But the other question that was in the Discord was, what was a favorite sports memory of yours?
Yeah,
growing up.
You just kind of like pitched that to me like just right before we hit record, and we were just talking about college football, so I was thinking about just like sports memory like I watched or something like on TV.
Yeah.
And I remember the 2007 Ohio State versus Florida Gator game.
Okay.
But the thing that I remember about it is that we had to take a nap. It might have been the LSU game, honestly, the next year. But I just remember that we had to go to bed like at like 5 p.m. so we could stay up to watch the whole game.
That's awesome.
I remember the game less, but that's just a funny memory. But that's definitely. But then I'm like, what if it was like an in-person thing that I've been out in the same year? 2007 was a crazy year for football. Because then I was thinking about the Coldwater High School versus
Mooney.
No, Kettering Alter.
Oh, with like the double, triple, quadruple overtime.
Triple overtime, I think.
Yeah.
Double or triple overtime, and Coldwater was down by
twice.
By 21 points.
Yeah.
At two separate occasions of the game,
and they came back.
And came back to win in, I think, triple overtime. And that was the regional final, and then they won the next game. And that's still not my answer. That game was like one of the best games I've ever been to. But then what you said it, that Mooney game. Yeah. If you tell me my favorite childhood sports memory was the 2007 Coldwater versus Mooney game. And it was a crazy game to begin with. Like we go down like the fourth quarter. And I think Ryan Geyer has an insane catch to go up 28-21.
Yeah.
And then they kick the ball off, and Mooney has this big, long drive to score with like a minute left of the game. And then Coldwater player breaks through the middle and blocks the field goal. Yeah. So it's that moment, that blocked extra point, that's definitely my favorite.
Yeah. Which is nuts. It's like you don't see that in high school football.
Yeah, right up the middle. Blocked kick to make it. To keep it 27-28. Coldwater wins the state championship.
Yeah, Mooney had like a 5-star running back, right?
Yeah, they had a couple
5-star guys.
Yeah,
like high college recruits.
Yeah, I think like 5 of them were going on to play D1 because I know that their safety and quarterback played safety at Notre Dame.
Oh wow, okay.
And yeah, the running back was
he was super high ranked.
Yeah. And they had linebackers and offensive linemen. They were stacked.
Yeah.
And little podunk kids from Coldwater take them down.
Farm boys, get done.
It only took a couple trick passes.
Yeah.
Double pass and the reverse pass and
pull it out. Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome when you like you throw it all out. Like when you watch a team throw it all out on the line and like pull it off. They're like, we gotta make the plays. Like, if we don't, then we're not gonna win. Like, yeah, that's awesome. I'm trying to think what my favorite like football memories are. I want to say like junior state year of high school football for me, but I got concussion, so I'm like I don't know if I remember.
I don't know how much I remember.
I got a sack fumble that game, but then like it was kind of ruined by the. Speaking of trick plays, the reverse pass interception. That's like immediately what happened.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that was against Hartley. Yeah, I got the sack fumble, huge play, and then immediately the next play, which good call, poor execution. Coach Schotten drew up a reverse pass.
Yeah.
Matt Kramer underthrew it, and it was like, man, turnover.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunate. I was thinking about that too, so like some memories from
high school football,
but that didn't feel like it was like the growing up aspect of it.
Like as like remembering as kids, or even like in college, like I'm like going to like the Nebraska game. That was a lot of fun when Nebraska was supposed to be competitive, but they weren't.
Yeah, they were top 10.
Yeah,
we won like 63-6 or something.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a really fun game.
Yeah.
Also, that one weekend where you came and Loyola Chicago was making their run in the March Madness, and
sister was one of their fans.
Yeah, but we were at the gym
playing with Coach.
And that one guy that just kept making 40-footers.
Gosh, yeah, that was so annoying. It was like
just pull up from half court and drain it in.
Yeah.
It's like one time it was like a joke, and then like the third or fourth time he made it, I'm like, what? Why do you do this?
Yeah. Do you get pleasure from this? I do not. Yeah, that was a fun time. Because when we were rotating out, we were watching March Madness.
Yeah, we all took a break to watch the last like the last 10 minutes of the Loyola game.
Yeah, the run. That's good.
But we were at the gym for like 5 hours.
yeah, which was awesome. I would never like trade that 5 hours for anything else because I was like, this was good. Yeah, I think moving to like faith just a little bit. One of the questions is like, that I thought was interesting was like, if you could grab a beer with any saint. This is kind of like Pints with Aquinas question. But like a beer with any saint or like church father, and like just look kind of what we're doing, have a conversation with them. Like, which one would it be, and what would your topic of choice be? I mean, I think I could guess who you would say, but
yeah, I mean, it would come down to two:
Augustine and Aquinas.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, for sure.
Okay. The philosopher and Aquinas? Is that how Aquinas referred to Augustine?
No, the philosopher was
Socrates.
Aristotle.
Yeah.
I think you just called him Augustine.
But did he? Okay.
He might have called him something. But yeah, it would be maybe a tie between those two because like Pints with Aquinas, that's the whole premise of Pints with Aquinas, and that podcast did a lot on my like faith.
When did you start listening to that? Like, because that's an interesting, like, he had an interesting journey starting Pints with Aquinas, because it wasn't always the 3-hour format.
Yeah, I stopped listening to it
when it turned the 3-hour format.
When it was the Matt Fradd show, right? It was the Matt Fradd show for the first like 10 episodes, and then he's just like, you know what, this is just going to be Pints now.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But
Pints with Aquinas. I still remember hearing
2018
Gomer and Michael and Pints with Aquinas. Yeah.
Piffy.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a good job on that. It was like that was probably like sub 100 like episodes that they did that ad.
Yeah.
But he actually, so the reason I started a grad program at Holy Apostles College and Seminary before I jumped in CatholicPsych. I don't know if you knew if I joined a grad program or where it was at, but the reason I looked at Holy Apostles in the first place was because that's where Matt Fradd got his master's at, and he started Pints with Aquinas as a project for one of his classes.
Yeah, I think I knew that.
Yeah, which I'm like, that's wild. That is like his full-time career now. He's joined Daily Wire. I don't know if you've seen that.
That was a really funny video.
When he's wearing that. Yeah.
And maybe a minor surgery.
Yeah. It was such a good way to like respond to people who were overreacting.
Yeah. Yeah, well, back to the original question, I guess. It would be Aquinas, because, like, quite frankly, he's like, he wrote the catechism. Like, the catechism of the church is like 90% his works. But even like on top of that, he quotes in order and like the most quoted things that Aquinas has are Scripture, Augustine, and then Aristotle.
Yeah.
So like even he wrote like half of the catechism as we know it now, but half of his ideas stem back to Augustine.
Yeah.
And yeah, Augustine's always been my favorite saint.
Yeah.
Since I like had a favorite saint, like that's my confirmation name.
Yeah.
And just to hear it, like, to get a beer with him, maybe pre-conversion would have been pretty fun, but post-conversion probably would be more fun.
Yeah. Pre-conversion, too wild.
Yeah, right. Just joking.
That's funny. Yeah. It's a tricky question. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Augustine, because, like, just his whole, like, life, his whole life story is just fascinating, right? Like,
yeah. Well, I guess that's where it comes back to is like, are you seeking the conversation to get to know the person, I guess, and their story, or like talk philosophy with them? Because it's like, I don't really want to talk philosophy with the person. Like I got Pints with Aquinas to listen to or whatever to talk philosophy. It'd be interesting to actually like.
Yeah, but I would even see counsel, right? Would be like a thing.
how to live your life better,
or have as like a spiritual director.
Yeah.
That would be
cool.
But
that's interesting. I'm questioning like mine, like who would I turn to? Like JP2 would be a pretty easy answer. It feels like it's wild because he's like alive in our time frame, so it's not like he's a church father or like a long ago saint.
Yeah, right.
But just to encounter him would be cool.
We both can't drink at the same time.
I know. Dead air is bad air. That's what somebody who I was on their podcast, Chris, from Chris Cannon, or Crash Cannon. He had me on their podcast. I had him on ours a while back, and he's like, dead air is not good air, and he's like, just keep talking. He's like, we go live and like we gotta talk for 3 hours. That's just what happens.
Oh my, that's a lot of talking.
We did take a 20-minute break to like use the restroom and get another beer, but it was like I had no idea what I was signing up for. He's just like, I go live. That's how I do my podcast, and we just keep talking, and we did. So he was an interesting guy. Definitely like had some leanings to like more traditional Catholicism stuff. Like he said something that I'm like, I could talk to you a little bit longer on this, but I don't want to like stir things up like on your podcast. But he was like kind of dissing the luminous mysteries, like subtly. I don't think he was like saying they're bad, but he's like, well, they were promulgated later by John Paul II. And I'm like,
the worst of the saints.
So yeah, I'm like, let's brawl, bro. So I'm like, I don't think this is like the time to maybe bring this up, but I was also a couple beers in, so it was like, I'm like, do I not? This guy wants good air, but John Paul II is like one that I think is like, I don't want to question or not talk to him about philosophy, but just like encounter him in his story and like the way that he just encountered people seemed like a powerful experience, and I'm like trying to think of anyone else who would like come close to my mind of who would want to go back saints wise and like talk with him. Like I don't know, like John the Apostle. Like does that count? Yeah. As a 14-year-old John Apostle, like when he first encountered Jesus, like like what was that experience like?
Right.
Yeah. But which I mean, I guess that's like a lot of people's experience, and that's the time that we encounter God a lot is like in the earlier years. But
right, I'm just trying to think of like what I'm still trying to think about like what kind of question to like specific saints would I ask? You know?
Yeah.
Like Augustine, even like it's like why did you tell your mom you were going to Rome and then you went to Milan? Like and like how did that go?
How did that go?
Like, but then or like
interesting. One question on here is if you could canonize one modern man you know, who would it be?
Canonize one modern man I know.
Like somebody who's not dead yet, right? That you know. Another question too is like, what do you think men most misunderstand about freedom? I'll let you tackle either of those, but those are both
the
misunderstood thing about freedom.
Yeah, I think that is like a pretty
Like we could go a whole
clear-cut answer.
Oh, okay. I'd say we could probably do a whole episode on that, but you feel it's clear-cut. What do you feel like men miss most often?
Freedom has rules. Like,
yeah.
Freedom isn't lack of discipline. Freedom isn't lack of rules.
Yeah, you think people conflate it with free will?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have free will, so I can do what I want. That's true. But, like...
Right. Because, like, even, like, for instance, I technically have the freedom to punch you in the face. Right. But I'm imposing on your freedom to enjoy not having your face punched.
Yes.
Like, that's not true freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Unless I needed to be punched in the face. Being a heretic and all.
Yeah. Punch heretics.
Yeah.
If you get nothing else from this podcast.
Let us be clear.
Nick, someone's gonna come and punch us.
Yeah, I am still waiting for the first piece of hate mail to come in through email, but it hasn't happened yet. So
yeah, but yeah, there's boundaries, there's rules to freedom. You can't just do whatever you want.
Yeah, the freedom is like the ability to do the good, right? It's like the definitional of freedom. One's ability to choose the good in a situation is a free person.
Yeah.
Where like if you're not free to choose the good, that means there's something weighing you down, right?
Yeah, and I think you can think of it like what like you're slave to. Like if you're enslaved to your passions, then you're not like actually truly free.
Yeah, or
and I just say passions because like if you just live on a whim and you're like I do whatever I want, and what I want right now is to be self-centered, and I'm just kind of think of like Kanye stuff right now, but like,
but he's Jesus. He likes Jesus. He's got all of his songs about Jesus.
Yeah, hey, that was a banger. But I think that pray for Kanye, man. His mind is in a bad spot.
It's been that way for a while. Is there something recent that came out?
No, I'm just
You're just thinking about him.
I just saw something like a video on him the other day. But
okay, gotcha. Yeah, 2024 he was supposed to run for president, wasn't
he? Yeah, I wrote him in.
Did you? No, I'm just I mean,
I'm sure he got it.
Given the options,
I'm sure some people did.
Yeah.
But no, like if you're just like living. Like the misunderstanding about freedom is like I have the freedom to do whatever I want, and like but if you're just following your passions, you're actually enslaved to your passions.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the freedom, if you don't have the ability to say no to what you desire and what you want, you're actually not free. You're a slave.
Yeah.
And that's the misunderstanding, I think, because then when you like finally get to the point of freedom, you're just going to be able to choose
good all the time.
The good.
Yeah. Which I think people think of that as like a programmic. Like, what was it? Like, isn't that you just being programmed to choose the good all the time? Like, I think people have a hard time seeing how what you're saying, which I agree with, but like what you're saying is like, there's freedom to choose the good, right? So you choose the good always if you have possessed true freedom. But then isn't that like go against free will? Like, aren't you just like a robot choosing the good at that point? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say is a rebuttal.
I think I'm understanding.
Yeah. Like it's like these rules.
Yeah.
Some God created these rules. He's just some tyrant that wants us to follow the rules all the time. Like that's why he sets up freedom to be the way that it is.
Yeah, this just kind of feels like circular then, because then like if then it feels like there's no such thing as freedom ever. Then
it feels like it self defeats freedom in that kind of logic.
Right, because I mean, like, as long as this person's the rebuttal is granting the idea that like freedom isn't just chasing your passions,
right?
But if that's what they're arguing for, then
well, I'd say they'd say like we present a limited version of freedom as Christians by saying it's choosing the good. They would say that the optimal freedom would be that and like true free will, the liberty, having liberty to do whatever I want. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't if your free will imposes my free will, then that's not freedom, right?
For you, but for me.
Okay, so then, yeah, if that's your if that's the take on it, then it feels very selfish and using a utilitarian kind of thing. The total amount of freedom is not maximized, but
yeah, well, I think that's a good point. Is because it's like, yeah, it's very utilitarian, very selfish, and like, why is that not free? It's because you don't possess enough like virtue to give yourself, right? To go beyond your own, to transcend yourself.
Yeah.
Right. That would be the limiting factor. You're not really free unless you can transcend yourself and like be a gift of self to somebody else.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you're just maximizing your free will and not everyone's, then there's a limit. So then we'd bring it back to like, if you have the freedom to do the good would be the good for everyone, the whole, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that transcending
oneself, which I think is lost on people. But it's like so limiting. Like if you don't think about transcendence, you just try to live life self-centered or self-sufficiently. What a sad life.
Yeah.
Right? Like to just like you're basically moving closer and closer to isolation your whole life. If you're not like moving towards transcendence.
Yeah, right. And then it's just so against human nature, right? Like humans are social by
like it's a legitimate need, like that we need to be in relationship with other people. But man,
that would just suck, like to not I don't know, like being like married, right? Like to not understand the gift of like what you do for as like a married man for your wife. Like, you know, like I could like that's the easiest person to sacrifice for in like in the whole world.
your wife,
and it's just like why do you do that? Like for no reason,
right?
Like, I chose this person to do it for, right? Like I said I would, and so I am. Like that's it. And
well, even like that, like you can say for no reason. I think that's the virtuous like high point that we shoot for. And I think there are times where we do selfishly serve our wives without having like some like secret like agenda for ourselves in the background. But like we do receive from our wives,
right,
mutual relationship where the rubber hits the road is like when you like give to your kids, because it's like they don't give back to you. They just take and they take and they take and they take. I mean, like there is a little bit of like okay, like you say I love you and like you're being cute and like that's good, and you get that every once in a while. But it's usually like, okay, I gotta keep pouring myself out.
Yeah, but it's easier, I think,
than other people.
Yeah, for
your kids.
Yeah, because like
easier and harder, I would say.
Yeah. It's more demanding, but I think it's easier to meet those demands.
Interesting, yeah.
That's my take. But for like my wife, like it's hard. It's more difficult than like there's more of a choice to be made.
Yeah,
in my experience.
Interesting. Like it's almost an obvious like I need to get this kid need like change their diaper, get them food, like XYZ.
Yeah, right. Like my kid like wakes me up in the middle of the night and throws up on my face. Yeah, I will clean everything up and get my kid back down to bed. But like,
if your wife does that,
if my wife throws up in my face, I wouldn't react at all the same way.
Yeah. Trying to imagine a situation where that's happening.
Yeah.
Since it might be because it's Halloween time, but I'm just picturing like
oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah. It all comes back to freedom. Like, like that's, and like with our spouses, it does challenge us. Like there is like a level, maybe there's a felt level of responsibility with our kids that maybe isn't quite matched with our spouses, which,
maybe it's because like kids are still like flawless. And, you know,
flawless.
Right, but like they're I guess innocent with that, and
blank slates in some ways. But the question going back to, and I think there's like a rapid fire that we can end, like a true rapid fire we can end with, but who would you a modern man you'd canonize today? I thought of somebody. I think I would vote for Archbishop Schnurr to be canonized.
Oh yeah.
I just think he's a good man.
Yeah.
And I think he's gotten so much flack. And I think he's handled things really well in the Archdiocese, even though a lot of people have a lot of opinions and complaints, and a lot of priest friends that I know have opinions and complaints. But I'm just like, I don't know. Like, dude's diagnosed with like stage 4 cancer, and like is still like, hey, no, we're gonna do this beacons thing, and like make some hard choices that he didn't really have to make. He could have just been like next bishop, like, but he did. And he like also brought in a lot of good like apostolates into the archdiocese, and I was making this case with a buddy over coffee once. He's like, yeah, I know, but can you just smile like once?
I'm like, I don't know, it's part of the charm.
yeah. I told him, like, I think that's just like him authentically being himself. If the dude doesn't smile, like, he just doesn't smile. That's who he is. Like, I mean, he has smiled. I have seen it, you know,
in a photo.
It's rare. Yeah. 20 years ago, but
that might have been edited.
Yeah, it wasn't that good back then, but yeah, I just think he's a holy man, and I think there's just so much fruit from Cincinnati that like a lot of people, I've talked to other people, Catholics in other places, where they're like they're the diocese in such a rough place, like because of poor leadership, and sure, we're all experiencing like a decrease in priestly vocations, but like Cincinnati, still a great place to live as a Catholic person. And
oh yeah, absolutely.
I think a lot of that has to do with Schnur's being himself. So I don't know what the world around us would think, but do you have any guys that come to mind? Any like men that like?
I'm going to defer my answer.
Defer your answer.
It'll be I don't know, more personal than I'd be willing to get right now.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Any questions jump out to you? I know I sent you the list of rapid fire questions, but
no, I didn't have
anyone jump out. I like the kind of the idea so at the end of like a rapid fire bonus quick this or that. And we can maybe break down our answers just a little bit, but alrighty, I'll ask you a question first, and you answer through, and then if there's points of interest, we can go back. But this or that, so you pick one of the following, right?
Yeah, all right.
Chesterton or Tolkien?
Oh man, it's probably Tolkien.
Probably Tolkien.
Maybe a scandalous answer.
St. Francis or St. Joseph? St. Francis, Assisi, we'll say, because they're like 30 St. Francis.
Yeah, give me St. Joe, man.
St. Joe. Morning prayer or night prayer?
Morning prayer.
Board games or video games?
Board games.
Golf or basketball?
Basketball. For sure.
Confession or adoration?
Confession. One of those is like a real, like, necessary. Whatever.
Mountains or beach?
Mountains.
Steak or wings?
No, don't do that to me.
Don't do that to me.
Dude, Gut says wings. give me buffalo
Gut
wings.
says wings, yeah. So what one gave you the most pause? Adoration, confession?
But I get steak or wings is probably the most pause, but adoration, confession, one of them I think is like truly necessary, right? Like
right, it's has been a thing since Jesus instituted it, right?
Yeah.
Eucharistic adoration, you could make the argument that wasn't really a thing,
sure,
until like a recent
history. But like you, if you're baptized and you get confession, then like salvation's attainable, right?
Right.
You don't need to receive Eucharist to go to heaven.
Sure. I mean, but like it's hairy. Like you don't need to. Like God can make anyone go to heaven. Right?
Sure, I guess so.
Like you don't even need to be baptized. Like,
but per how the sacraments work for us,
you feel like confession is more necessary than adoration.
Yeah, even more necessary than Eucharist, really.
Eucharist
as a whole,
like white relationship.
Yeah.
Got a Jansenist over here with us.
Yeah, we should receive it one time a year.
Maybe.
Only if you're really worthy.
Yeah, within 30 seconds of going to confession.
Even that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolution. Boom. Right on the tongue. No, I'm kidding. But I do think the confession, though. I think.
Do you think one either has played a bigger role in your spiritual life and development?
Oh, yeah, definitely confession. Yeah.
Definitely confession.
Same thing. Well, because, like, I mean, like, honestly, right? Like, if you've fallen into mortal sin, you can't receive Eucharist.
Yeah.
Until you've gone to confession, which I just, like, again, points the necessity of, like, confession before Eucharist. But though I don't want to, like, by any means, like, adoration was also a huge part of my life,
spiritual life. Yeah,
like, because, like, there was, like, a year where I went with this group of people to adoration.
Yeah,
every morning.
That's cool.
Which was great.
Yeah, is that the perpetual one out there in Columbus that you're talking? Like,
yeah.
Chapel there?
What's the name of the IC? I think Immaculate Conception.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like for me. I do a better job of like going to confession, knowing that I probably need to do more adoration in my life. Like whether that is adoration in front of the like monstrance or like just in the tabernacle, like just spending more time, getting more reps in front of Jesus. Like, you know.
Yeah, sure. I just point back to if you die and you didn't have a chance to go to adoration, you're probably fine.
Yeah, sure.
But if you die and you didn't have a chance to go to confession,
yeah,
you're a little bit more in jeopardy.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. But did you say mountains versus beach?
Oh yeah, mountains.
Mountains, yeah.
I do not.
Would you if we threw?
I hate sand.
What if we threw lakes?
Coarse.
Lakes
and
in
it gets
there.
everywhere.
Everywhere. Lakes. Would lakes be a happy medium?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, like a lake on the top of a mountain.
That'd
go.
Be awesome.
Yeah, lakes are fun. I don't know. I just can't spend like a whole weekend at a beach.
At a beach, yeah.
Get fried and
yeah. One of the coolest vacations we went to, we had an Airbnb that was on the top of Michigan, the Lower Peninsula. I don't know.
Traverse Town.
Traverse
City.
Yeah.
Traverse Town is in
whatever lake.
Yeah.
Whatever lake is on top of that. I don't know which one. Superior maybe. But
yeah, something like that.
I don't know geography well enough. But like, what was really cool about that is
I think that's just Erie. Actually, like Erie.
Is it? Isn't Erie south though? Erie's like right off of.
It might be Superior.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Superior. Yeah. Like
Michigan's next.
Huron is the one. No, Ontario. Are there 5 Great Lakes? Jeez.
There's 5 Great Lakes. I know that one.
Yeah. I don't know I do not know where the Huron is then.
It's
that one is
in Canada.
That's Ontario. Like Ontario is a candidate of what?
Totally by itself. Yeah.
I don't know. Go Bucks.
The coolest part of the vacation though was like every morning I could wake up, walk down to the beach in the morning and do like morning prayer, and like at the time we only had one kid and he'd just play in the sand. And I'm like, wow, this is really relaxing. They play in the sand. I get to pray next to the waves. This is great. And we've tried to do something similar, but Airbnb has gotten expensive in the last, 5-6 years. So
we were camping the other day and there was a sandbox and our kids went to go play in it. And then somewhere along the lines, our kids learned the rule that you can't have shoes and socks on when they play in the sandbox.
Which good rule.
I'm just like, okay, that's fine. Well, then we were leaving, and my son is like missing a shoe. I'm like, how do you lose a shoe? We had 3 shoes, 2 for my daughter, 1 for my son, and then I'm like, where's your shoe at, buddy? And he just like, well, I don't know. He kept playing, and I'm looking for this shoe for like 5-10 minutes, like a good amount of time, and he's like, oh, I know where it's at, and he just starts digging in the sand, and he like 3 inches deep, he pulls out his shoe.
That's amazing. It's like the boy mine too. He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh wait, yeah, I do.
I buried that an hour ago.
That's awesome.
I was just happy we found the shoe bag. I'm like, why'd you make me look for 10 minutes? And then blame all the other kids around for stealing your shoe. And then we're like, we're leaving. And then he's like, all right, let me get my shoe. I'm like, what are you talking about?
That's amazing.
What a dork.
I think it's a good note to end on right there. I think I want to invite folks to, if they have questions, to feel free to submit them. Maybe we'll do these kinds of episodes every so often if we get questions rolling in, either in the comment section or at my email, nick@craftedformore.com. And as always, these are just me and Mitch's thoughts, so we'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments. If this episode in particular has blessed you, please share it with a brother out there who could use it, out there on social media, or just share the link. And thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you guys next time. God bless.
Thanks for listening to the Hey Brother podcast. If this episode has been a blessing for you, help us grow by sharing it with a brother who needs it. Visit craftedformore.com for more resources in growing in brotherhood, pursuing chastity, and overcoming addiction. Don't settle for less. Hit subscribe, and let's become the men God has created us to be.